Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Amar bin Nawawi. My metric number is 2025-743-C87. Today I will be presenting my reflection on the subject organizational behavior, code MGT 548. Let's begin with the introduction to organizational behavior, OB. OB is the study of how individuals behave and interact in groups. In the business world, it is applied to enhance individual and team performance. It is an academic field that draws from three core disciplines: business, psychology, and sociology. Now, let me share my personal experience. My experience in teamwork, conflict resolution, university project, and leadership roles have all been instrumental in helping me understand how OB shapes group dynamics. OB explains how people act in group, why certain team strategies succeed, and how performance can be improved. Through workplace and academic exposure, I have seen how OB takes input from business, psychology, and sociology to provide a deeper understanding of human behavior and increase effectiveness at both the individuals and group. The second topic covers attitude and job satisfaction. First, let's look at attitudes. An attitude is a psychological tendency shown in how a person evaluates something. Simply put, attitudes represent a person's positive or negative assessment towards an object, person, or situation. Next is job satisfaction. This is the positive emotional feeling that comes from how a person evaluates their job or work experience. Job satisfaction can change over time and, when improved, often leads to better work performance. Job satisfaction has multiple dimensions. A person may be happy with some parts of the job but not with others. The Job Descriptive Index (JDI) is a common tool used to evaluate satisfaction in areas like pay, promotion opportunities, supervision of workers, and the nature of the work itself. Regarding my personal experience, my positive mindset improves my interaction and teamwork. A good attitude also makes handling conflicts much easier. For job satisfaction, I enjoy interacting with people and sharing knowledge. Appreciation from guests and students increases my motivation. Performance bonuses further boost my motivation. I find tour leading duties more satisfying than administrative tasks. Finally, a supportive environment and clear rules reinforce my overall satisfaction. Now, we move on to personality and values. First, personality. It refers to a consistent pattern in a person's thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Every individual has a unique personality that differentiates them from others. Understanding a person's personality helps predict how they might act in a various situations. This is useful for managers when working with diverse employees, and it helps in placing individuals into roles and organizations that match their characteristics. Second, values. Values are core principles and long-term goals that individuals deem important in life. They develop gradually through personal experience and typically remain stable over time. A person's values shape the choices that they make, how they view situations, and how they behave. People are more likely to accept a job when the organization reflects the values they believe in. Remaining with a company often depends on whether their values are being met. When a job no longer supports their values, dissatisfaction increases and they may eventually decide to quit. This slide continues our discussion with my personal experience related to the personality and values, as shown in this image of my presentations, group discussion, and the project. Cetak Now project. Regarding my personality, I have a consistent way of thinking, behaving, and interacting in class and group work. My personality helps me to be patient and flexible when doing assignment or group projects. I also communicate well with classmates, which supports seamless teamwork and cooperations. My personality traits help me to control my stress levels and allow me to achieve focus during academic tasks. Concerning my values, I am responsible and always try to complete my tasks on time. Respect, honesty, and cooperation are important to me when dealing with classmates and lecturers. I like a learning environment that encourages teamwork, equity, and a positive interaction. I feel more motivated when my efforts are recognized and when I see progress in my studies. Finally, I'm more satisfied and committed to my academic goals, and my values are supported. The next topic is perception and individual decision making. First, perception. Perception is the process by which we organize and interpret sensory information to understand our environment. Our interpretation may differ from the actual situation. What we perceive is not necessarily the same as objective reality. For individual decision making, the key concept is also linked to perception. Decisions are influenced by how we organize and interpret sensory information to understand our environment. Like perception, our interpretation of choices may differ from the actual outcomes, and what we decide is not always guided by objective reality but by our subjective view. Let's look at my personal experience on this topic. For perception, my personal perspective, I tend to view situations in class with an open and positive mind. I understand others by observing their actions and listening carefully. I focus on instructions and details to avoid misunderstandings. I try to see the best in others, which helps me work well in groups. This positive perception supports smooth teamwork and communication. For individual decision making, I make decisions by thinking through different options carefully. I gather information before choosing what is the best for my studies. I consider my goals and values when making academic choices. I prefer to make decisions that help me stay responsible and motivated. My decisions are guided by positive values such as commitment, honesty, and achievement. Our next topic is motivation. Motivation is the mental process that encourages a person to start and finish a task. It affects how a person behaves and the effort they put into an activity. Positive motivation makes a person feel happy, energetic, enthusiastic, and driven to work well. Conversely, negative motivation leads to feelings of despair, tiredness, unproductivity, and results in lower performance. From my personal experience, I stay motivated by setting clear goals and committing to finishing every task. As the president of the SUSIS program, I feel driven to lead by example and maintain a high level of disciplines. Positive motivation helps me to stay energetic, confident, and enthusiastic in both my academic and leadership roles. I enjoy taking responsibility because it pushes me to grow, improve, and inspire others. When I feel supported and recognized, my motivation increases and I perform better. I avoid negative thinking because it can reduce productivity and affect my leadership and studies. From my perspective, understanding organizational behavior has helped me see how people think, feel, and act in group, especially in my roles as a student and a SUSIS leader. Learning about attitudes and job satisfaction show me how positivity, appreciation, and a supportive environment can boost performance and teamwork. Through personality and values, I gain insight into how individual differences shape behavior and how aligning personal values with responsibilities creates a stronger commitment. Studying individual perception and decision making helped me realize how my judgments and choices are influenced by my experience, goals, and mindset. Finally, the topic of motivation taught me how internal drivers and external support affect my energy, leadership style, and readiness to achieve goals. Overall, these concepts have strengthened my understanding of myself and others, improving how I communicate, lead, and work with people in both the academic and SUSIS environment.